This dry, desolate riverbed is the casualty of a major drought. A lone Gastonia walks with his head hovering above the ground. He's trying to sniff out water for survival. His vision is poor, so his entourage of pterosaurs acts as lookouts for predators.
His incredible sense of smell tells him there's water just underneath the soil. Using his front legs, the little Gastonia begins to dig. It won't take much to get to the water below. On full alert are his lookouts, the small pterosaurs.
Gastonia finds a promising spot and begins digging. If he can smell water, it can't be more than a foot deep. But Utah Raptor is searching for sustenance too.
Utah Raptor has been using the riverbed to hunt for dead and dying animals. He's been relegated to scavenging. There's not a lot of living things. This Utah Raptor has got to find food. Dead prey is fine, but the nutritional value of something that's died is much less than the nutritional value of fresh meat. This animal is a machine. You've got to keep the machine fueled. He's got to find fresh kill. His sense of smell is just as acute as Gastonia's.
Utah Raptor prefers to ambush his prey. Chasing and fighting for his meals uses up precious energy. It also risks injury. The drought has driven him out of his favorite hunting grounds, but he will still try to use surprise as a weapon whenever he can.
If he can come in quiet enough, he can reach underneath and rip the insides of the Gastonia open. But the Gastonia's lookouts are on full alert. They spot the raptor long before the raptor has a chance to run in.
The pterosaurs can see every bit as well as the raptor, making them a potent alarm system.
His poor eyesight doesn't spot the Utah Raptor, but a sense of smell does. He's able to smell the direction the Utah Raptor is coming from. So he turns broadside to his attacker.
Gastonia has no claws on his feet, and his teeth are blunt. His only weapon is his massive tail scissors.
The little Gastonia begins to swish his tail from side to side. The spikes that stick out from the side are very similar to the teeth on a chainsaw. If that Utah Raptor gets too close, he could have a nasty, nasty surprise.
Utah Raptor will usually grasp its prey with its arms and use its heavy-duty leg claws to slash at its victim. But his claws will not penetrate armor as thick as the Gastonia's. With food scarce, both dinosaurs must also conserve energy. The slow-moving Gastonia could go a week without eating. The faster raptor has a higher metabolism. He would have a hard time going more than 3 days. This is the disadvantage of great size. It requires a great deal of food for fuel.
As the Utah Raptor closes in, the Gastonia is going to mirror every move. No matter which direction he comes from, the little Gastonia is going to shift sideways, making sure that his flanks are protected.
The normally agile Utah Raptor is handicapped on the sandy surface of the dry creek bed. His long clawed feet are better designed for hard surfaces. He's used to the forest, where the earth is packed hard and the trees provide cover. The Gastonia's rounded feet give him more stability maneuvering on the soft sand.
When you pit Gastonia against Utah Raptor, Utah Raptor is much taller, but that's of no value when the little guy you're attacking has pincushions sticking out of his back. You're not going to jump on his back. Height has no advantage in fighting a foe like Gastonia. In fact, it's a disadvantage. You want to get lower than it can squat so you can get up underneath it to launch an attack. Utah Raptor knows there's a couple of places on Gastonia's body that are not protected. The underside of its legs, its underbelly, and even underneath the base of the tail. Those are the areas that he's going to focus on when he tries to launch his attack.
The Utah Raptor can jump an astounding 15 feet in the air.
The Utah Raptor, landing on the other side of the Gastonia, quickly whirls around, reaches down with his claw, and inflicts a very deep cut into the side of the little Gastonia. The Gastonia roars in pain and tries to maneuver his tail back into position, but the Utah Raptor has leaped aside. The Utah Raptor recognizes that if it can only inflict a couple of more injuries, the little Gastonia will slowly bleed to death.
The Gastonia isn't smart enough to form strategy.
The little Gastonia's brain is not very large, but at least it's big enough to know to learn quickly how to defend itself against this new form of attack. The Utah Raptor jumps his body once again, but little Gastonia is ready. This time he swings his flanks towards the Utah Raptor. The Utah Raptor spins to attack, and he steps directly into the very spot that the Gastonia's tail and armor comes together.
Gastonia's prehistoric scissors would be powerful enough to cut a wooden baseball bat with ease. The Gastonia's limited brain focuses on only one thing at a time. Now it's water. Utah Raptor has terrific vision, sharper than any humans. The Utah Raptor is as smart as a falcon or an eagle. It doesn't just react to its environment. It can plan ahead. And now it forms a bold new plan of attack. The Utah Raptor can use his quickness to scare and confuse his prey. He will run directly at it, limiting the time it has to react.
The Utah Raptor recognizes the soft, unprotected skin on the front leg. Leaning down, he grabs the skin and pulls back. As he rips back, he rips an enormous chunk of flesh from the underside of the arm.
When the raptor loses teeth, it will regrow them like a shark.
The Gastonia has been injured. His front leg is in terrible pain. He can't apply a lot of weight to it. He's got to try to turn that little body now on only 3 legs.
Instinct tells the Gastonia to lean his armored body sideways to protect where the raptor attacked.
This is the moment the Utah Raptor is waiting for. This is his opportunity. He's inflicted the injury. If he can just do it a couple more times, it's goodbye to the Gastonia and game over.
Even as large a dinosaur as the Gastonia would die of blood loss in 3 or 4 hours.
The Utah Raptor knows that if he can inflict the same injury on the back leg as he did on the front, the Gastonia is done. But by moving to the back leg, it's the exact position the Gastonia hoped he would move to. He's near the most dangerous anti-raptor weapon ever made, the giant pair of prehistoric scissors.
If the Gastonia can catch the raptor in his giant pair of tail scissors, he can break a bone and disable him. Even the raptor's 3-inch round leg bone would snap like a twig.
Utah Raptor is much taller and certainly more agile than Gastonia. If Gastonia is going to win this battle, there's one spot on a Utah Raptor that a Gastonia can attack. That's his legs. If he can maneuver Utah Raptor towards the base of his tail, he'll have him exactly where he wants him.
Gastonia pulls his legs up underneath his body to protect his underside. His tail is heavily armored, but its powerful muscles are able to move it with surprising speed. This is its only chance.
The Utah Raptor has moved into the perfect position for the Gastonia. The moment that Raptor takes one more step back, he'll be able to deploy his anti-Raptor scissors.
Gastonia's brain is slow, but its reflexes are quick.
The tail of the Gastonia is slung forward, and these giant scissors come together and slice through the meat of the leg of this massive Utah raptor.
The shearing action is like a hedge clipper, with one blade moving over the other.
The Utah raptor tries to regain his footing, but the little Gastonia isn't done. He swings his tail from side to side like some medieval chainsaw. These sharp spikes slice through the soft skin of the Utah raptor. He rolls to get away from this deadly attack. The Gastonia has won the battle.
Once Gastonia believes that the Utah raptor is unable to continue the fight, he again returns to the business at hand, searching for water.
The brain of a dinosaur is like a series of light switches. One is on and everything else is off. They think about hunting, survival, reproduction, food. The moment the little Gastonia no longer sees the Utah raptor as a threat, he completely disregards him and goes back to his search for water.